Stop. Before you take your morning pills, we need to have a serious, honest conversation. I have been reading your comments, hundreds of them, and I hear your frustration loud and clear. One doctor says, take this supplement. Another says, stop taking it immediately. A neighbor tells you a miracle cure, and the news tells you it's a poison. You do not know who to believe anymore. You want to do the right thing for your health, but the advice keeps changing, and it feels like a full-time job just to keep up. Today, we are going to cut through that noise once and for all. A leading cardiac surgeon recently issued a stark warning about specific supplements that might be damaging your heart, and we are going to explore that in detail. But we are also going to address the burning questions you have been asking in the community. What about the vitamin K2 theory? Are store-bought multivitamins like Centrum actually safe for seniors? And what about those of you, like John from Toronto, who rely entirely on diet and have perfect health numbers at 79? We are going to bridge the gap between the complex science and your real-world questions. We are counting down the top 5 supplements that require immediate caution, but with a new focus on why they are controversial, how they interact with your medications, and how to navigate this confusion safely. But first, let's do a roll call. I want to see who is here with us. In the comments, tell me your age and your city. And be honest with me. Do you feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of conflicting health advice out there? Just type yes or no. It helps us know we aren't alone in this struggle. Coming in at number 5 is vitamin E. For decades, this was marketed as the golden child of heart health. We were told it was the ultimate antioxidant that would scrub our arteries clean. But science has advanced, and the recommendation has shifted. Many of you commented that you are already taking prescription blood thinners or natural supplements like omega-3s, garlic, or CoQ10. This is exactly where the danger lies. Vitamin E, specifically in high doses over 400 international units, acts as a mild blood thinner. When you are young, your body handles this easily. But if you are over 60 and you are already taking a daily aspirin or a prescription thinner like warfarin or Eliquis, stacking high-dose vitamin E on top is incredibly risky. It creates a cumulative effect that increases the chance of internal bleeding and hemorrhagic stroke. You might notice small warning signs. Maybe you bump your arm and a massive purple bruise appears that lasts for weeks. Or perhaps a small cut from shaving takes 20 minutes to stop bleeding. That is not just aging. That is your body telling you your blood is too thin. The solution isn't to fear vitamin E. It is an essential nutrient, but you must change the source. Stop relying on the concentrated synthetic capsules. Instead, get it from almonds, sunflower seeds, and spinach. Your body regulates food-based vitamins perfectly, absorbing what it needs and discarding the rest, preventing that dangerous blood-thinning effect. Number 4 addresses a very common question I saw repeatedly in the comments. What about my daily multivitamin? Specifically popular brands like Centrum Silver? Is it safe? The concern here is a specific ingredient often hidden in these blends, vitamin B6. We absolutely need B6 for energy and brain function. However, the problem is dosage and accumulation. Unlike some water-soluble vitamins that you just pee out if you take too much, vitamin B6 in high doses can accumulate in your body. Some seniors are taking a multivitamin plus a B complex for energy plus fortified cereals. This leads to toxicity. This toxicity creates a condition called peripheral neuropathy. This is tricky because the symptoms feel exactly like what we expect from aging. You might feel a tingling or burning sensation in your fingers. You might feel numbness in your toes, or a strange loss of balance when you stand up. It is easy to dismiss this as just getting older or poor circulation, but in reality, it could be that B6 supplement you've been taking every day for 5 years, damaging your nerve endings. If you are taking a standard senior multivitamin like Centrum, you are likely safe, as the doses are usually regulated. But if you are taking a separate B complex or a Mega B supplement, check the label immediately. You do not need 50 or 100 milligrams a day unless a doctor explicitly prescribed it. A balanced diet with chickpeas, tuna, and salmon, or a low-dose multi, is much safer for your nervous system. Now we arrive at number 3, and this is the one that sparked the most intense debate in our community: calcium. Many of you commented with a very smart theory saying, just take vitamin K2 with your calcium and you will have no issues. You are absolutely right to bring this up, and it shows how educated this audience is. But we need to clarify the nuance here. Here is the reality of the calcium paradox. As we age, we tend to lose calcium from our bones, where we want it, and gain calcium in our arteries, where we definitely do not want it. Calcium's professionals, especially the cheap rock-based forms like calcium carbonate, can spike the level of calcium in your blood. If that calcium doesn't have a place to go, it can settle in your soft tissues, turning flexible arteries into stiff pipes. This is vascular calcification, and it makes the heart work double time to pump blood. The K2 theory you asked about is scientifically sound. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic cop. It activates proteins that pick up the calcium from the bloodstream and escort it into the bone matrix. However, simply adding a K2 pill to a massive, unnecessary dose of calcium isn't a guaranteed magic bullet for everyone. You cannot just take huge amounts of calcium and hope the K2 can handle the traffic. The safest route, supported by modern research, is to lower the reliance on the calcium pill and increase the reliance on food. Dairy products like yogurt and cheese, or leafy greens and sardines, provide calcium in a matrix that your body absorbs much better than a chalky tablet. If you must take a pill because of osteoporosis, ensure it is paired with vitamin K2 and magnesium, but do not assume K2 makes a 1,000 milligram calcium megadose completely risk-free. Number 2 is niacin, also known as vitamin B3. This is another one where the word natural confuses people. Because it is a vitamin, we assume it is gentle. It is not. High doses of niacin act more like a pharmaceutical drug than a nutritional supplement. Years ago, niacin was the go-to natural prescription for managing cholesterol, but we now know the side effects can be severe. The most famous is the niacin flush, where your skin turns red and burns. But for your heart, the risks are more silent. High doses can cause rapid heartbeats and palpitations. It can put significant stress on your liver, which is already working hard as we age. And perhaps most importantly for this community, high-dose niacin can spike your blood sugar levels, which is a major concern if you are pre-diabetic or diabetic. You might feel a sudden pressure in your chest or a fluttering heart and think you are having a cardiac event, when in reality, it is a reaction to the supplement. Unless a cardiologist has specifically prescribed high-dose niacin for a unique lipid disorder, do not self-prescribe it. The side effects often outweigh the benefits. Stick to the small amounts found in your daily multi, or better yet, get your niacin from turkey, chicken breast, and brown rice. And finally, number 1. The most popular and currently the most controversial supplement in the world, vitamin D. I saw a comment from an 82-year-old viewer who takes 3,000 IU daily and feels fantastic. And that is a crucial point that we often forget: bio-individuality. 3,000 IU might be the perfect dose for him, but 10,000 IU might be toxic for someone else. The danger we are seeing now is blind megadosing. Because we have been told for years that everyone is deficient, people are taking massive amounts without ever testing their blood. Taking huge amounts of vitamin D without monitoring can lead to a condition called hypercalcemia. This is when there is simply too much calcium in the blood. It can lead to kidney stones, severe hypertension, and irregular heart rhythms. The lesson here isn't that vitamin D is bad, It is critical for your immunity and bone strength. The lesson is that guessing is bad. We need to stop treating vitamin D like candy and start treating it like the hormone precursor that it is. Ask your doctor for a 25-hydroxy vitamin D blood test. Find your specific number. For many people, a maintenance slope of 1,000 to 2,000 IU is the sweet spot. More is not always better. Optimal is better. I want to close with a thought on John, our 79-year-old viewer from Toronto, Canada. His comment really stuck with me. He mentioned that he takes 0 vitamins, 0 drugs, eats grass-fed beef, eggs from a sustainable farm, and practices intermittent fasting. And at 79, he has perfect heart numbers. John proves a powerful point that we often forget in our search for the perfect pill. You cannot out-supplement a bad diet, but you can often heal your body with a good one. The best source of vitamins is always the farm, not the pharmacy. Mother Nature packages nutrients with the perfect balance of enzymes and cofactors that a lab simply cannot replicate. If you are eating nutrient-dense whole foods, you might not need that handful of pills every morning. So, to answer the question from our viewer in Tacoma, Washington, what should an octogenarian take? The honest answer is, take what you are clinically deficient in and eat the rest. If this video helped clear up the confusion and lower your anxiety, please share it with a friend or family member who is struggling with all this conflicting advice. You might save them from a health scare they didn't see coming. And hit that subscribe button, because in our next video, we are going to look at the safe list. We will cover the top 3 supplements that actually have the strongest evidence for longevity and safety. You won't want to miss that. I'll see you there.